WSGC, playing your country favorites. Right now, folks, we have our community spotlight again, and this one is so important. And right now, I'm going to get everybody to introduce themselves, but I found that Rodney Willis has made his way to the WSGC studios.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
I'm going to get your mic right there at you. Rodney, can you introduce our guest today? Because you're the pro here.
Well, okay. Well, we got
to get Sherelle. We got to get we'll get y'all on each mic. There we go. Yeah.
So you want me to introduce the guest?
Yeah,
correct?
Because Rodney does interviews, and I just want to bring him in on this.
Sound like a plan. I enjoy it. Look, Miss Pam Allen. Miss Pam Allen is such a great advocate when it comes to colon rectal cancer. And actually, I was telling her earlier that the reason why I get my colonoscopies is because of her.
Yes.
And she's encouraged me to get two. I get one at 50 and 55. So due to her, she saved my life.
Yeah.
And Miss Sherelle, Miss Eberhardt, her mom, man, just listening to her speak, she just flow and put so much inside of you just from her past experiences. I spoke with her for about 5 minutes just now, and just her sharing her life journey, that's important.
And I believe you've interviewed Miss Pam before on your Facebook interviews.
I have.
Miss Pam, you have done, like Rodney said, you have made such an awareness in our community. And if there was one person that has single-handedly created the awareness, the view, the talks, the chats, it would be you. And we just want to thank you for that, for doing that. And people don't think about it, but cancer, and I don't even like using the word because then I don't know biblically, you don't, but the C word, I'm gonna call it that, will take more lives. But this one, colon cancer, takes more of people under 50. Wow, and we don't. I mean, that is shocking, and not a lot of people in this room are over 50. Is that right, Miss Everhart?
I am over 50.
Are you over 50?
I am over 50.
Yeah.
So
you just don't look it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I am 51. I'm here offering my support, not only to Pam, but to the community. I'm offering my support because this disease is on the rise. Is on the rise in people that are even younger than me. And so I want to make everyone aware. I want to make everyone aware of resources and things that we can be doing, preventative measures of support for others that are going through it. And so I'm just here for overall support and encouragement of the things that we can be doing as a community.
Wow. And 1 in 23 men and 1 in 26 women will be diagnosed in their lifetime.
Yes.
That is, I mean, when you say it like that, wow. That means you can just look around, and one in every crowd. So
that's true. And the thing, Stan, and thank you for having us this morning. And,
yes, thank you.
Thank you, Rodney, and thank you, Sherelle, for coming
ma'am.
along with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
This journey of colon cancer is it's not an easy journey, but it's a journey that we don't have to go through, and that's why I keep trying to tell people that colon cancer is a cancer that is preventable, is beatable, is treatable, but the key is catching it early. Let me just go back to the beginning. And Stan, you just mentioned that how it is that young people are being diagnosed. And see, that's one of the reasons why I want to come back.
Yeah.
By the year 2030, it has been projected that colorectal cancer will be the #1 cancer killer of young people between the ages of 20 and 49. And that's alarming to me, because we're talking about 5 years from now. 5 years from now, those are my children, my grandchildren, and now lately we've been seeing a rise in it, even in Elbert County. More people that I talk to under the age of 50, that's who I'm mostly talking with. These people are being diagnosed, with colon cancer. My classmates, their children are being diagnosed. That shouldn't happen. This used to be called an old person's disease. But it is no longer. As a matter of fact, we're seeing a decrease in older people being diagnosed. Now we're seeing an increase in younger people being diagnosed, and researchers are now still trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
You know, and even when I think back to myself, and I don't think I really told my story too much about how I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed back in 2012, and when I was diagnosed, and apparently I was diagnosed before the age of 50 as well. But when I got screened, I was 51 when I got screened. But when I was screened, it was already advanced. And so that's why knowing the signs and the symptoms are so important, because you want to catch it before it gets to an advanced stage when treatments are less effective. And so that's why I keep talking to people, because I want to save as many lives as possible. But as I was saying, when I was diagnosed back in 2012, and y'all, I really thought that I was living my best life. I really did. I thought I was looking good, feeling good, doing all the right things, you know. But then I realized that when I look back over it, there were the signs, but I did not know the signs. You know, I was constipated, and I just said it was poor eating habit. You know, I just wasn't eating the right foods. I stayed bloated all the time, you know, and what woman don't feel that she's bloated all the time? So see, all these signs were so common that, you know, that you miss the signs. Fatigue, if you're tired all the time, you've got low iron deficiency. Those are signs, but sometimes we go through these things and we think that it's nothing. I'm just not eating the right foods. I'm not eating enough greens and all. But if there's any change in your stool at all, you know, diarrhea, constipation, if your stool is narrower than normal, you know, for more than a week, those are things that I would tell you to go see your primary physician about, because those could potentially be signs of colon cancer. You know, so this is why I keep telling people, because like, as I was saying, when I was diagnosed, I had all of those signs. I went to GI doctors, I went to my primary doctor, but during this time, nobody ever offered me a colonoscopy because I was younger. And see, and I think that's the thing that we miss a lot with the younger people because of the age. You know, you're not thinking colon cancer. You're not thinking colon cancer, but the thing about it, it could be. But I thank God that now the American Cancer Society, the age has been lowered to 45, because at the time when I was diagnosed, it was 50.
Yeah.
So now it's 45. So thank God for that. And I even think that it should be lowered even more so, because we're finding people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who's being diagnosed in late stage.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like I said, I just try to tell people to know the signs, know the symptoms, listen to your body. And if you have risk factors, that's one of the things that people don't look at it as well, knowing the risk factors. And some of the risk factors are, you know, if you have a family history of a colon cancer or polyps, that puts you at a higher risk. So that's why families need to talk.
Yeah.
Families need to and I know we're all private. We don't want people to know, you know, what's going on with us, but y'all, some secrets need to be shared. We don't need to keep everything to ourselves, because I tell people secrets kills. You know, so let somebody know, because, you know, and for some reason with colon cancer, people don't want to talk about colon cancer. I don't know if it's because of the area that's affected or the stigma behind it, but y'all, we all have a colon. We all have a colon. You know, so, you know, let's start talking about it. Because that's how we save lives. And so that's why, you know, that's why I keep talking. That's why I keep doing the things that, you know, that God has laid on my heart to do. Because I wish that someone had said it to me, you know, back in before 2012. I wish somebody had, maybe I wouldn't have been diagnosed at a later stage. But I thank God, you know, for the 13 years that He has kept me here to do what I'm doing now. And for as long as God keep me here, I will keep talking about colon cancer and keep encouraging, you know, different ones to get screened, especially with our black men. Colon cancer in African Americans are on the rise as well.
I just read where African American about 20% more likely to get colon cancer, and about 40% more likely to die from it.
Yes, and that's because when African Americans are diagnosed, is most often it's in the late stages. It's in the late stages,
and for black males are significantly higher even than just
Yes.
the black males. I mean, females. The
Yeah.
black males are significantly higher,
They are.
and they have a higher rate of a more aggressive form
Yes.
of the cancer.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that. Yes.
So early detection is key, and 68% of deaths from colon cancer could be prevented with screening, and all adults 45 and older, or we may even though it doesn't state, but 40 and older.
Yes.
And I know when I turned 50, it was my time. That's they told me,
Yes.
But and now once a year I have a checkup. But they have sent me home with a home kit.
Yes.
Have you seen this?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so now I turned 51. Like some other folks in the room, and so they sent me home this year with a kit, and so and anyway, all was good. So
Praise
But
God.
thank God for that. And,
Praise God.
and that's
Yeah.
good for people who don't want the colonoscopy, because so many people say, well, I'm not doing it because I don't want to do the colonoscopy. I don't want
Yeah.
to do the prep and all. But let me assure you, the prep is not that bad. The prep is not that bad. And I tell people,
you'll
all
lose
the
some
time,
weight. Let's just say it. Let's just say it. You lose some weight.
Yes.
That
And
was the
also-
chalk stuff, right? So, yes.
And it
yeah.
was, but see, thank God now, they have that's not as bad as it used to be. They have
Yeah.
kind of, the liquid is not as much, you're not drinking as much. But even with that being said, and I tell people, I'd much rather do a colonoscopy than chemotherapy.
Yes.
Amen.
it's
And so,
kind of-
Amen.
and so
Yes.
do
Yeah.
the colonoscopy. But now, if you don't want to do the colonoscopy, as you just said, the take-home test,
Yes.
you can do that. At
You can
least-
ask your
At least that
doctor.
would give
Mine-
you a base for it.
Yeah.
But for me, the colonoscopy is the gold standard, because
Yeah.
at least when you do the colonoscopy, if there are polyps, because that's what you want. You want, if you have polyps, you want those removed before
Yeah.
they become cancerous. So to me, the colonoscopy is the best option. So
Yes.
that's what I would recommend to anybody.
And it is a stigma within the male community. A lot of males don't want to get that check. However, to save your life, as Pam stated, you would much rather do a colonoscopy than to be doing chemotherapy. And to stem off of what she said about age, I'm here to represent, even though I'm 51, I'm here to represent just a younger group of when she stated, you can think that I'm having a great time, I'm living my best life, and everything seems fine, but everybody recognizes body changes. Even your friends beside you recognize body changes. When I was working in the public, sometimes I would take things a little bit harsh, but then sometimes not. But we all would share things with each other, as she said, especially if you're female. If you see somebody and they seem like a little bit abnormally bloated, not just gaining weight, but abnormally bloated or darker in tone, or they're not feeling well, you have to pay attention to that. And then as a community, as a friend, you have to pay attention to that in each other. And sometimes it's okay to gently tell somebody like, hey, I see some changes that you may need to get seen about, or you may need to get checked. And that's okay to recognize those things within yourself. Like, don't keep living life another 10 years and now you're at another stage, and treatment is harder and the things that you have to go through are harder. And it's very important not to have that stigma of either I'm too young to get screened, or I'm a male and I don't want to get that sort of screening. When you're in the room, it's just you and your doctor, maybe a nurse. It's not anything that anyone will know, or no one else is there, and you have to get these screens. There's a lot of information that Pam has been putting out for years, since my father's involvement with her, my late father. My mother got on board, and then I got on board, and I do as much support as I can. And there's so much that she can show you. She had examples of the home tests. If you don't want to get the colonoscopy, she has examples of that and shows you how it works and shows you how you do it. So you don't have to feel like you're alone, or you don't have to feel like I don't know. You can always contact Pam, and she will direct you to the right people that you need to see if you have any thoughts that you may need to get screened.
And I have two questions, one for Pam, but first for Rodney.
Yes, sir.
They mentioned males are
Yes.
tougher to go get checked. And you're in the medical field,
Yes.
and I just wonder, why is that? Why I'm a male and I'm the same way. I don't want to go to the doctor.
Yes, sir.
You know.
One thing about men, for some reason, we feel like we have to be the tough one. If we have a family of people and you're the leader of your family, you don't have the time to take off from work because you have to make that money. But everybody else are taking care of wife, children. Men, we just struggle, and that's why I established Medic Helping Men, because your passion usually is developed by what you don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing men not go get their annual screenings. I don't like not seeing men get their colonoscopies at the right age. So that's where your passion is developed.
Yeah.
And that's why men reacts that way. They just feel like they have to be the strong one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we do. I am that way. I don't like to be out of work. I mean,
See?
you know.
See, that's right.
And of course, I appreciate you. And your mom was a nurse for how many
Yes, sir.
years?
Ooh, man.
40?
35, 36,
Yeah.
37,
So,
38, 39,
Still
something
nursing.
like that.
Still nursing.
Still nursing.
So-
Yes, yes.
And so, but it is important to get screened. And Pam, a question for you. I know you always have a walk. And when is that walk?
That
coming up?
walkathon is actually this Saturday.
It's this. I thought it was next. It's this Saturday. So glad I'm asking. Yes.
And
yes.
Sherelle mentioned like the Cologuard, the home test. As a matter of fact, Brooke from the medical center, she will be on hand to do a demonstration of that. So
Okay.
come on out Saturday
Information
morning
out
at
I saw
8
Brooke
o'clock.
yesterday.
Yes.
It starts
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock, and I want to encourage everybody to come. You can sign up via the internet.
Yes.
They can sign up, or you can actually sign up that morning. So I encourage everybody to get up. I've been doing it for the past 4 years maybe, and once you get out there, it's a nice walk, it's brisk, it's fun, you get information, you get to see people, you get to share information with the community. You're not alone, you're not coming out and everybody's looking at you. Like, it's just a fun event, but it's a very informative event as well. And so I encourage anybody from the community is welcome to come. And if you ride by, you better park and get out and come over and join the walk. It's not anything that's exclusive to a certain group. This is everybody. Sickness, cancer, it has no age, it has no gender, it has no race. This is everybody. So if you see anything in the community that you can join, that you can be a part of, please feel included and please feel welcome to join. And I hope to see you all Saturday.
Awesome. And look, it's Saturday, 8 a.m. And where's the starting point?
At the pavilion over at the
The
Sutton
city park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Rotary Pavilion, which there's the restroom, the picnic tables, right there. It's beautiful too, by the way.
Yes.
The other morning, I saw 11 deer out in that area. Yeah, that was early. That was in the 4 o'clock hour. I had to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is going to be Saturday morning. That's this Saturday.
This Saturday morning.
And so this Saturday, that is September 13th. 8 a.m. and it's an awareness walk, and this is the 4th annual.
This is
Fifth?
Yeah, the 4th.
It's the 4th? Yeah, I think we've been doing
it's
it
the
for 4
4th.
years.
Fourth, okay.
And also we do have a competitive run. So
Yes,
if you're very competitive, come on out and you can get
And
your
children are also welcome.
Yes, yes,
My
yes.
children participate, and they're 8 now, but they participate as well, and it's very encouraging. And you want to start at an early age for children to know about these things, and so when they grow up, they're aware of it, they've heard about it, and so that way the next generation and the generation after that may not have these stigmas that our generation have, because they're already involved in these things. So
Yes, and we do have prizes. We have
Yes.
Hey, prizes
prizes,
is
we
good.
have giveaways.
We have
Prizes is
trophies.
great.
Yes,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Food.
Woo. Well, Sherelle's preaching now. We're going to bring food up to the table. I like that. Ronnie, I don't know about you, but that food, that'll get you.
That'll get you, boy.
That will. Well, look, it's going to be a good fellowship time, but also that time of awareness. And Pam, you've done such a good job of creating awareness, and we hope that now that folks will have conversations and talk and just realizing just these numbers that one in 23 men, 1 in 26 women in their lifetime will be diagnosed. But y'all don't forget that 68% of deaths from colon cancer could be prevented with early screening.
That's right.
And so, the colonoscopy is considered, I like the word you used, and the gold standard.
Yes.
And of course, now affordable home screening options exist, and For 51, they sent me home with a little box, and it was easy. It was easy to do.
That's right.
And maybe something I didn't want to do, but I said, hey,
That's right.
she's making me do it. I'm gonna do it.
Glad
You
you
know,
did it.
and then just follow up right there. And so, but y'all come out this Saturday morning and join the community. Join Miss Pam and all her efforts and what she's doing, because it's for you. I feel like God laid it on your
Yes,
heart
yes.
from what you're experiencing
Yes.
to share with others, and that's what Rodney and I were just talking before we started. I've learned from him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, and I'm learning
He's-
from you.
He says he's learned from me.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, you know, and we learn from each other, and
Yes.
and that's what we do. People need people.
Yes,
and,
sir.
and
Yes,
so,
yes.
and speaking of that, we need you.
Mm.
So make sure to get screened, because we need you around. We need each
Yes.
person that's listening to be around, and come out and walk, because I found that walking makes you feel better.
It does.
I mean, all of a sudden, I had a pep in my step one day.
Uh-oh.
I just,
It does.
I went and walked. I said, I don't know if I feel good, and I had a little scripture I read. And I said,
Yes.
I probably need to move. I
Yeah.
probably need to do it.
Come on now.
Then I got down to the track and started walking, and I promise you, I started skipping.
Come on.
I started skipping. And then by the time I got back, I did laundry, folded laundry. I was doing yard work. And so, you walk, you start to feel better.
Yes, yes,
So,
that energy.
You know what?
That's-
With that being said, the American Cancer Society has said that at least 150 to 300 minutes of exercise, walking a day,
It can help prevent.
Helps lower your chances of getting cancer.
I tell you, walking, and the reason I started, and I don't want to lose focus of where we're at, but your glucose numbers, your everything, walking has so many benefits,
Yes.
and that's why I started. I mean,
Yes.
I started walking because, Ronnie, I don't know about you, because you in great shape, but
Oh, man, don't believe that.
Man, I started hitting that barbecue table. I started hitting
Yeah.
that sweets table, and before I knew it, I had to make some changes.
Had to make some changes.
Well, look, I want to stay focused this Saturday. And what was the website, or how do you register? If I know you can do it on site, but how would you register early?
We're on Facebook.
Okay.
The Elbert County Colon Cancer Support Group.
Okay.
If you just go to that page, the registration forms are on there, or just get in touch with me. I have some forms. I will get them to you, but you can truly find it on Facebook, Elbert County Colon Cancer Support Group.
Awesome. All right, y'all, make sure to sign up. Make sure to come out this Saturday. That's September 13th, 8 a.m. Want you to be there. Come a few minutes early so that everybody can get to know who all's in the group, get you registered. And, of course, there could be some prizes. There could be some food. So come on out. And anything else, Sherelle, Miss Pam, or Rodney?
No, I just want just to leave with the signs of colon cancer, which is, first of all, let me just say, the number one sign is there may not be any. There may not be any signs and symptoms. So at the recommended screening age, get screened. That's number one. Then also, as I said, any change in bowel habits, diarrhea, constipation, the consistency of your stool, finding that your stools are narrower. If there's blood in your stool, I have so many people say, well, I've seen some blood, but I just thought it was hemorrhoid. Let me just say, no blood in your stools is normal. So no blood is normal. Go to your doctor. If you have ongoing stomach pains, cramps, gas pains, any feelings of being full, or your bowels have not emptied completely, if you have those feelings, those could possibly be some signs of colorectal cancer. If you like I said, low in iron, you're fatigued, nausea, vomiting, all of those could potentially be signs. So please pay attention to those signs, listen to your body, and some things that you can do, as we just said, walk, exercise, do that. Limit your intake of red meats, processed foods, alcohol, smoking. Just make some everyday lifestyle changes. Some of those could just really decrease your chances of being diagnosed with not just colorectal cancer, any cancer at all.
Wow. And look, folks, to learn more, you can go to the Facebook page
Yes.
that Miss Pam mentioned, Colon Cancer Awareness.
Yeah, Elbert County Colon Cancer Support Group.
Elbert County Colon Cancer Awareness.
Yes.
And of course, there is more information that you can also go online and look. And I thought there was a website here, but I'm not seeing it. for the pages that you printed.
Well,
Just
yes.
or did
That's
you make these? Yeah.
That's fight colorectal cancer. Fight
Okay.
colorectal cancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can always fightcolorectalcancer.org.
fightcoloncancer.org. So, folks, what a great spotlight we had today. Share with someone. I think that Jazz has got this on YouTube, so it'll be where you can share it with a friend. Just go to our YouTube channel, find this, and just share it with someone today. And I'm just so thankful, Miss Pam, that you came,
you.
and thank you for bringing some of the most
Yes.
awesome folks in our community.
Been a pleasure.
Miss
I was glad
Everhard
to
and
participate. Thank you.
and Rodney, and I can't believe I got to see Rodney in person. I'm
Oh,
so used to
Lord.
seeing the videos.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
and what a treat today. So
It's been a pleasure.
thank y'all so much. And folks, that's Saturday, September 13th, 8 a.m. Come on out, walk, and be a part of the awareness right here. All right, folks, stay tuned. We have a look. It is the top of the hour. We've got a look at your NBC News coming up next, right here on 105.3